Why is it important to not only take care of your body, but to take care of your mind? And how do you maintain a balance?
Well, for starters, for sure, the body that you have right now is the only body you're going to have during this time of existence for you.
Unless you believe in reincarnation.
Unless you believe in reincarnation, that you'll come back as a dog or something. I don't know. I don't know. I've entangled with the idea, but it's really hard for me to grasp onto the idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool. I mean, I like to come back as Paris Hilton's dog, or as something that will like just help me relax.
But the bad thing about reincarnation, you don't have a say in what you could be. Yeah. I mean, you could be a fire ant the next life. You're fucked. Yeah. You know,
dude. One of the things that I've learned about our bodies, that our bodies are faithful, man, to us. They're loyal to us as long as you're able to take care of it. Our bodies go through constant adaptation. Constant. For our survival, you know, they adapt to stress. They adapt to our environment. They adapt to the food that we consume. They adapt to the activities that we pursue, and they adapt to the thoughts that we think. It's consistently adapting, and one of the jobs that we're given as human beings is to be able to take care of that body. Unfortunately, many of us don't. And then we see the effects of it, whether it's through, you know, some form of substance, or whether it's through lack of sleep and stress, whether it's through horrible eating habits, or just lifestyles that could potentially be detrimental to our bodies as a whole. And one of the things that one of my clients, Matt Topola, says a lot is when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good, and when you do good, it's all good. And there's so much truth behind it. As simple as that sounds, there's so much truth behind that. That if you don't take care of your physical body, you're not going to look good. And if you're not going to look good, whether you're a big believer in this or not, subconsciously, you're not going to feel good. And if you don't feel good, that leads to you not feeling good mentally, emotionally. And if you're not feeling good mentally and emotionally, there's going to be zero drive for you to pursue something financially. Then that's where your finances go down the drain, and that leads to more emotional and mental turmoil. And when those things are falling apart, how is it easy? How will you come around doing good for others when you can't even help yourself out? So it's a cycle. It's a cycle, and it feeds off each other. It's a domino effect. Yeah. So I do believe that taking care of your body, taking care of your mental health is one of the biggest things in the world, because if you can't provide for yourself, what makes you think that you'll be able to provide for other people?
How do you take care of your mental health?
Oh man, I actually had to learn the hard way. I'm gonna make this very short. That'll be maybe for another podcast. I was really never taught on how to take care of my mental health growing up. I didn't know what was right, what was wrong, what was expression of emotion, what was being able to pour out. I didn't understand what vulnerability was. I was always taught that real men don't cry.
Yeah, the machismo.
Yeah, suppress your emotion.
Yeah.
And if I even showed a tear in front of my father, he would like give me that face, and I would just simmer up knowing that something was coming if I didn't just relax. But it's not until my father's death in 2016 that my mind, my heart, my body gave out in a way where I just started having mental and emotional breakdowns. And at the time, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that, oh, this is an anxiety attack, or oh, this is a panic attack, or oh, this is what depression feels like. It's not until the first day I ended up in the hospital thinking I actually was having a heart attack. When in reality, they're like, sir, you're having a panic attack. You're fine. You just go home, take some meds, or, well, you should probably go to a psychologist. And that's, and you know, being told that your heart's not going to explode, it's just your mind, but you physically feel like you're about to die, that triggered something inside of me to be curious about what mental health is. So from 2016 up to this day today, I took it upon myself to learn. You know, obviously not Wikipedia sources, but actually reliable, you know, sources that come from doctors, people who actually studied the craft for many, many years. And that's when I started studying the science of anxiety, studying the science behind the brain and our physiology, and how it connects into one, and you know how our gut health plays a huge role into our mental health. So I started doing a lot of practical things for myself. Started becoming a lot more mindful, because when I started acting upon intentionally protecting my mental health, that's when I started seeing my outlook on life be very, very different to where it was at one point, which was a very dark place. But I do believe that everyone in this world will go through some form of depression or some form of mental health crisis at some point or another, whether it's when they're super young, middle age, or once they get older. But I do believe that everyone will go through it and everyone will experience it differently based on the way they were brought up.